Okay, welcome everybody. Today we have Farah Sharif, who is joining us to present Supercharging Agentforce with Apex. I can tell you I'm super excited about this one. When she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I've got this, um, you know, idea to, present," I was like, "Absolutely! When can we schedule this? And why aren't we doing it right now?" So, super excited for this one's. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Farah, and let you go.
Thank you, Jason. Hello, everyone. Thanks for making it today. I'm Farah Sharif. A little bit about me. I work as a senior Salesforce developer at GG Homes. I've been working on the Salesforce platform for over 6 years now. And today I wanted to share how we can leverage Apex with Agentforce to make your org unstoppable, basically. So, without further ado, let's get started. We have a lot to share today. So, in the agenda for today, we have what is Agentforce, the standard Agentforce action, and the custom actions as well. And in the end, we're going to do a demo. So, starting with what is Agentforce. So last year at TDX, Salesforce introduced Einstein Copilot. So if you hear the name anywhere online or any blog, this is basically Agentforce, but it used to be called it used to be called Einstein Copilot. Salesforce announced it, and it was part of the Einstein One Studio package, which included Prompt Builder, Model Builder, and Einstein Copilot. So Einstein Copilot was really more advanced than a traditional Einstein bot, but there were some issues that came with Einstein Copilot. So when Salesforce tested it internally, they found that the natural language conversational experience was not that good. So it wasn't human like as expected, and it couldn't handle follow-up questions. So based on conversation that already existed, it couldn't handle follow-up questions from the conversation history. So it basically lacked context. And then they noticed that with more actions, the performance degraded both in terms of the response quality and the response time. So this is how we ended up with Agentforce last year as well, Dreamforce. So this was announced, and it had more improvement than the Einstein Copilot. Um, so the improvements were, first of all, using LLM. So if you guys like use ChatGPT or any kind of LLM, this is basically a large language model, and it's an advanced type of artificial intelligence that is trained on a lot of text data. This is basically enables it to understand human-like language. So Salesforce started using LLMs for the responses of the agent. So now the agent just doesn't just reply with the output of the action. It also uses natural language to reply. So this made it better in terms of conversation and history, and it made the conversation overall like a richer conversational experience. What else came with Agentforce? We have a topic classification. So they introduced topics, and topics basically help the system understand what is the user intent and what is the scope of the task. So an example of a topic could be order management, which would handle requests related to orders, like maybe checking the status of an order or fulfilling an order for a customer or stuff like that. What else? We have also more agents added. So basically, Salesforce created agents for multiple types of tasks. So you could have a sales agent, uh, uh, you could have a service agent that can be exposed on Experience Cloud and could help in answering customer questions, or maybe handling cases sometimes. And of course, this all had better performance than Einstein Copilot. because of the new Atlas reasoning engine. So this is the engine that works on identifying the user requests and trying to translate them into actions. So next, we have how the agents work, how any agent work specifically. So it first starts with a conversation. So the user initiates a conversation with the agent, something like, "Can you create an email for my top open opportunities?" Then comes the planning part. This is where the reasoning engine works, and this is where it tries to like plan to execute the actions. So it's trying to understand. So for example, in this example, it's create an email for my top open opportunities this week. It's trying to break it down. So in this way, we have top opportunities. So I'm trying to identify the records. So at first, it's trying to identify the record, and then it will be working on drafting an email. So it lays out the steps that it needs to do, and then comes the execution part. This is where it executes the action. So whether that action is a standard action or a custom action, and we're going to talk more about standard and custom actions next. So it's executing that action. And what's good in all of this is that it's grounded in your CRM data. So if you were to type this request to ChatGPT or some other LLM, it wouldn't understand what are your top opportunities, or it wouldn't have your Salesforce data. But with Agentforce, it will be grounded in the Salesforce data, and also not just Salesforce data. You can also cover data from Data Cloud or from any external services that you use. And then comes the output part, which is basically the response that the user gets to the request. And of course, all of this is built on top of the Einstein trust layer. And this protects basically like your data, because it has the zero data retention policy, which basically means that your data will never be retained by a third-party LLM provider. So to recap again, what's new with Agentforce? We have multiple agents for multiple purposes. We have the new Atlas reasoning engine that's producing better results and has better performance in general. And we have topics. You can define the topics such as like order management or case management. And you can have also multiple topics inside one agent. And we're going to see this in the demo. Now onto the standard agent actions. So the ones that I'm going to share here are not all of the standard agent actions, but those are the ones that came out when Agentforce was first introduced. But now we have a lot of standard agent actions, and Salesforce will keep adding to those to make Agentforce basically be able to do anything. So the first one here is identify record by name. And this is this is how it works. So if you were to say to the agent, find United Oil and Gas, it's able to understand that United Oil and Gas is an account, and it's retrieving that account for you by just the record name. The other one is summarize record. So I can tell the agent, tell me a little bit about this account, and it could generate a full summary for that account, like the history of the account, maybe even the related objects like the opportunities or the open cases. And notice that I didn't have to say, tell me a little bit about United Oil and Gas. I just said, tell me a little bit about this account. And from the history of the conversation, it can understand my intent. The next one is query records. So obviously you can query records as well. So if I were to say, show me the opportunities under that account, it would get me the list of opportunities, and you can view more to get the rest of the information. This is a simple query. The other one that we saw in the beginning of the presentation is draft or revise email. This is also able to draft an email. It's able to like you're able to draft the email with any content that you like. You basically have to tell the agent what you want. So I just here told it draft an email containing the summary of the account, and it's able to understand who to send the email to and what subject and body are supposed to be there. Next one here is the identify object by name. This is similar to identify record by name, but this one is like a specific to retrieve the name of the object that you're referring to. If you were to say like a record name, it can understand which object that it belongs to. And finally, query records with aggregate. This is to do queries with aggregations like sum, count, average, minimum, maximum, that kind of thing. And in this example here, I have asked it how many closed won opportunities exist for the United Oil and Gas account. And it was able to get me only the closed won opportunities, which are six opportunities basically. So those are not all of the standard actions. We're going to see in the org there have been a lot added there, but those are the ones that, like when Agentforce started, those were the ones that were there. Now we move to the custom agent actions. So the custom agent action could be one of four options, flows. We all know flows, obviously. Prompt template, this is basically a prompt that is reusable. So instead of like typing to the agent every time that I need you to draft an email that has this and this kind of information, you need to send it to this and this accounts, that kind of stuff. So if you don't want to type that prompt every time, you can have like a prompt template, and then that prompt template can be basically used as a custom agent action. We have Apex. This is the one that we are going to demo today. And we have API. This was also new, like when Agentforce first came out, it was just those three. But with API, you can use you can call external services or MuleSoft to get information from outside of Salesforce. So now we are on to the demo, I think. So in this demo, let's imagine that I'm like a service rep, and I have accounts where sometimes I need to go and do maintenance, and I need to know when to schedule a visit for that account based on the weather over there. So it could be good weather or bad weather. So I need to know the weather on the account. And then if the weather is good, I need to schedule the maintenance meeting. So let me navigate to Salesforce, the the dev org that I have. So can you guys see this, by the way, the Salesforce org?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is an org where it has Agentforce and Data Cloud. And the way to access Einstein agent as a user would be to click over here, and this would bring up Agentforce, and then you can start asking it some questions. So let me try one of the standard actions and see what it comes up with. So if I were to say, find me the United Oil and Gas account, should bring up the account.
T'as 2 secondes? Il y a deux autres.
Sorry?
Pour le calendrier, j'en ai refait un. Parce que je trouvais que je n'aimais pas le premier. Et en gros, ça donnerait ça, en fait. Je trouve
Hey,
ça plus stylé, quoi. Puis
Fabrice,
l'avantage,
can you
en fait.
mute?
Hello?
I think we're good now.
Okay. So this brought up two accounts because potentially like there's United Oil and Gas UK and there's just United Oil and Gas, and then it wasn't able to understand which one I'm referring to, so it just offered me the selection here to select which one that I need to work on. So this is the Agentforce. Let's see on the back end how did I like make this available in here. So if I go to setup and click Agentforce, so I have the Agentforce agents here in setup. And this is where I can create an agent. So this is where I can go in here and create a brand new agent. I'm not going to do that now, but just showing you guys that this is possible. It could be, as I mentioned, any type of agent, service agent, sales agent, whatever. And then let me go back in here. This is the one that is there by default. So I'm using that one. If we open the details in here, it's versioned just like Flow. When you version a flow, like you have multiple versions of a flow, and only one of them is active. This is some details about the agent that we have. System messages. This is the welcome message that I get, and the language settings. This one is active, so I cannot edit any of these details. But yeah, basically, if it was deactivated, we will be able to make some changes. Now, we want to understand where can I find the standard agents and how to have the custom agents as well. So if we go to Agentforce Assets over here, this is where I can find both the topics and the actions. So the topics are like the broad topic for the agent. Like what topics do you want to add for your agent? There are a lot of topics in here that come in by default. You have the general CRM, escalation, flow, order inquiries. A lot of topics are in there, and you can also build your own topics. If I open this one, this is the one that I'm using. This is my topic over here. I gave it some instructions. This is basic instructions on this topic, and the more you add instructions, the better your agent will have results. So, for example, in here, if I say when providing the activity types, forget activities timeline. Okay, this is a little bit more related to activities. So I'm gonna select another one. For example, this one, user questions, which can be answered by knowledge articles or documents. These questions usually want informations, instructions, or guidance, including but not limited to customer questions about company information. I'm basically like telling the agents, like the agent what to expect and which actions to call based on the user requests. And there is another one here. Always call query records and query records with aggregate, passing plain natural language English as input. You must include the record ID in the input if available. This is basically telling like if I say um, the example that I showed you guys before, get me the opportunities or get me the closed won opportunities under that account. So it's basically saying here in the instruction, in order to call the query records, you must give it the record ID if available. So in that case, the record ID is there in the chat somehow in the history. So it passes it to the query records with aggregate to get me the results of the opportunities. So this is the topic, and you can add, like you have the actions, all of the actions there, and you can add the topics inside the actions inside of each topic. You can select certain types of actions to go with this topic. So for this topic, I have these actions over here. All of them are the standard. Some of them are the custom ones. Let me go into the Agentforce assets again to go to the actions page to visualize this better. So as you can, still loading. As you guys can see here, we have a lot of standard actions that got added. A lot of them. We have ones related to Slack. We have ones related to like just general Salesforce, like maybe logging a call or labeling a record. Look up a Slack user. It's really interesting. Because when I first dug into Agentforce, they didn't have this much actions, but now there's a lot of standard actions. All of those are out of the box. So the ones that are custom are the ones that are using Apex. This is the ones that I built for this demo. But let's first see the Agentforce builder as well. So let me go back to the agents here. And let me open this one to open the agent builder. Open builder. So this is the Agentforce builder. This is how I basically build my agent. This is how I add topics to my agent. And inside the topic, this is where I add the actions. I want to deactivate this because I'm not able to add anything right now. I just want to show you guys how it looks like. This is also another way to add the instructions. Okay. This is the topic, of course. It has all of the instructions that we were seeing on the previous page. It also has the scope and the description. Okay. And then inside the general CRM topic, I have the actions, which is where I have the standard actions and the two custom actions that I built for this demo. And the way to add an action is to click over here, and then you either create a new action or you add from the existing actions in the asset library. So this is the builder. This is also where you debug. If this was a flow, this would be like where you debug your flow, basically. So if I say find the United Oil and Gas account, this is where it shows you how Agentforce thinks or how the reasoning engine works, basically. So I asked this question here, and then I got the answer. But what happened in the back end? So in the back end, first it selected the topic because based on my request, I could have multiple topics. So this agent just has one topic, but I could add another topic in here, and based on the request, it would classify in the beginning which topic am I referring to. Is this about orders? Is this about maybe Slack? Is this about knowledge articles? So to do the classification, here we just have this general CRM topic. So I just selected the general CRM topic, and then it's identifying the action to execute. So over here, I am using the action identify record by name. And you can see here the input, which I entered, is being translated from my natural language to like just variables. So the record name would be United Oil and Gas. The object API name is account. And then over here, we see the results that we received, but also in in JSON, not in human language. And then this response gets translated into human language, and it's showed back to the user like this. And as you can see, it was able to retrieve two accounts with the same name because they both have the same name. So it's prompting me to choose between one of those two accounts. So yeah, this is what happens for the standard actions, and this is what happens when you basically type in a request. This is how you debug your stuff over here. Now I want to go back to my demo. So in the demo, we want to understand, like we want to get the weather at the account, and then if the weather is good, we want to schedule a meeting. So for this, I have built two Apex invocable methods. So the first one here is the get weather. So this basically gets the weather for an account. So you pass to this invocable method the list of account IDs, and then you get a list of the weather output. And if you have worked with invocable methods before, this is how the syntax looks like. So when you pass in the account, it's trying to get the billing city for like to get the weather at that city, and then we're using a call out to like a weather API to get us the weather at this specific city. So this is my HTTP request. And then when I get the response here, if the response is successful, I am adding the temperature like because the weather has so many variables, obviously, but I am only interested in the temperature and the description, whether it's like rainy or cloudy or whatever it is. And this weather is supposed to be in Celsius. And then this output is returned from the invocable method. Okay, so this is the first Apex action, agent custom action that I'm using. So I had to create this Apex class first. And then I went in here just to show you what I did to create this action, new agent action. And then I selected the type as Apex and select this as invocable method. And then, okay. And then it gets me a list of the invocable methods that I'm able to use. This is the get weather method. And then next, you enter this information. So I have already gone through that. Let me just open the get weather. Okay, so I had to add in an instruction for this action. So this is for Agentforce to understand when to call this action over here. So I'm saying here, retrieve weather information based on accounts billing city. And as I mentioned, as like the more good the instructions are, the better your agent will perform. We have the input as the account ID. Okay, and I had to also add the instruction for the input. I'm just like making it understand what is this input. It's the account record ID. And I marked it as required, obviously, because this won't work unless I have an account ID. And then I have the output, which is the weather description over here, and this is text. And then I have the temperature over here, which is a number. And the instruction is to show the temperature in Celsius. And don't ask me what is this Chinese or Japanese in here. I really don't know. This is the dev org, and I don't know why it's showing up like that. But anyway, I'm also marking it as show in the conversation for it to appear to the user. So this is the get weather. Now, let's say I called the custom action for getting the weather. I asked it to get me the weather at that account. And then I'm saying that the weather is good. I want to schedule a meeting. So I created another Apex method for this. Sorry, this save. Okay. Okay. If we go back here, this is where I create an event, schedule an event. By the way, we don't have a standard action for creating an event yet. Like if you open the standard actions, there is no standard action for creating an event. That's why I had to do a custom action, but I could have done it in a flow, obviously, because I think the weather controller also could have been done in a flow, but just for the purposes of this meeting, I'm using Apex just to show you guys how to make the custom actions work with Apex. But yeah, so I want to book a meeting with that account. So I need an input list, and the input is basically when do you want to schedule the event and for which account. So I have the account ID and the event date and time. Okay. And then I go through Apex here, just creating an event with the data that have gone into that I have also gotten from Agentforce. It says here that my connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, you were glitching out a little bit, but I can hear you now.
Okay, okay, good. And the result over here is the account, the account or accounts for which I have created events. So let me go back here again. And just like I created this custom agent action for the get weather, I created another one for booking a meeting or scheduling a visit. Let me bring that up. So book. So again, I have the instructions here, books a meeting with a given account, and then I have the variables, the input and the output. So for the input, we have the account ID, and this is a like it automatically, by the way, detects what type is this. Like I don't have to enter the data type. I just have to enter the instructions, but it automatically understands when I call, like when I select the invocable method, it automatically understands that this is has two inputs. One is the account ID and one is the event date and time, and it has one output. And the way that's getting it is from the return type over here. Account ID and event date and time. You notice it's the same names as those variables as well. For the event date and time, this is important. Because this errored out in the beginning when I was trying this, I had to say convert the date and time to this format because when it was trying to call this action, it was not passing the date and time correctly. I had to make it convert to this date and time because this is the format that Apex understands. And then the output, which is the account for where the meeting got booked. Okay, and this has to be shown in the conversation as well. So let's go over to the agent to try this basically. Let me just activate it here. I don't need to activate it if I'm on the debug, but I need to activate it if I want it to work over here. So I want to activate it back again. And I want to refresh this to start over. Okay, now as a service rep, I don't know which accounts need maintenance. Basically, I like this is I either can I can either go into the accounts and see which is the ones that need maintenance. Like for example, if I open this account, I have a checkbox here that's maintenance required. So this doesn't need maintenance. So I can look for it myself, or I can ask the agent for this information. So get me an account that needs maintenance. Okay. This is a standard action because this is a query and it's able to understand that I have the maintenance required field. So it's successfully got me the United Oil and Gas account because this account has the maintenance required checkbox set to true. Okay. Now I want to, since this account needs maintenance, I want to see what's the weather there. If it's good, I want to schedule the meeting. So I'm gonna say what's the weather over there. And I don't have to specify the name of the account. And look at that. So this actually performed a call out to the weather API. It got me the weather in the United Oil and Gas account. If we open this account, it is getting it from the city of New York. And this is the weather there right now. So this looks good. I want to schedule a meeting. So uh, book a visit with that account. Okay. So notice what it did over here. So for the custom action that we built, it needs two variables. It needs the event date and time. It needs the account. It already knows the account, but since it's missing the information of the date and time, it's asking me as a user to provide it. Of course, as a user, I don't have to provide it in this format, but I can say make it in an hour. Okay. And to understand that the meeting should start in an hour. So it's telling me here the meeting has been successfully booked. If I open the account, I should see the meeting over here. I had some test ones over here, but I think this is the one that we are looking for. As you can see, it was created 2:38 p.m. and it's scheduled to. Oh, this is the scheduled. So I think the time now must be 1:38 p.m. at this org time zone. So it was able to successfully schedule that event. So yeah, this is how to build an agent with Apex to have to cover complex requirements. Originally, if you were to do this as a user, you'd have to go into the accounts, search for an account that needs maintenance, get the account that needs maintenance, and then go in manually to Google or whatever and check the weather, and then go back again to Salesforce and schedule a meeting. This way, in this simple example, you're able to do that with just conversation, which is basically the point of Agentforce is that we are moving to like a conversational based CRM instead of point and click. So yeah, that concludes my demo and the session as well. I'm gonna leave some time for Q&A. So you guys let me know if you have any questions regarding this, if you um, want us to go back to the org, if you missed something in what I mentioned. So let me know in the chat or maybe unmute yourselves.
Yeah, this was a really good demo. I appreciate that. I've seen snippets of Agentforce and have, kind of played around with it, but it was nice to see it, stepped through. So that was really nice.
Thank you. Do we have any question? I think
I've not seen anything yet. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to come off a mute and ask them, or if you'd rather, you can type it in the chat and I can bring it up.
nice to see Fabrice here. Hi, Fabrice.
I did have a question while we're waiting for others. Have you seen the what's it called? Flex templating?
Yes, this is for the pricing for Agentforce, right?
It's like a flex prompt. So I can use I can
Okay.
use Apex or a flow to create a flex prompt template where
Yes, yes,
yeah.
I've seen that one. It's pretty nice because, by the way, this is the prompt templates. This is how you build a repeatable prompt that you can use in Agentforce. And yeah, I've seen the Flex template. It's nice because like you can have any kind of stuff in there. You can call Apex, you can call a flow. So yeah, I like that one a lot. And I saw a lot of types have been added here.
Yeah.
Like when I first got into this, it was just flex field generation and I think record summary. But now I'm seeing more values, which is really cool. I mean, it's really evolved since last year, this time, like really evolved. So it's nice to see some improvements on that.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all their changes, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but that's
yeah,
good. They're good. That means they're putting money and effort behind it. So,
yeah, that's good.
okay. We had a question that come in. Is there a way we can know how much these customizations consume credits, price wise?
Yeah, so recently, like Salesforce has announced the flex or the credit pricing, basically. Um, I haven't really digged into that, so I don't like I'm not the one to ask for the pricing, but I'm hearing it's better than how it used to be, because before it used to be charged per conversation, and that was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Now that we have the flex credits, it's basically more flexible pricing. But I don't know the details, to be honest, about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's really a question you have to ask your salesperson. Um, we're just users like you guys are. So, we can't give you that kind of advice, unfortunately. But you know, let's see. Looks like Fabrice can't is having trouble talking, but he said he hoped that you'll do this presentation for his French local group.
Sure.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? We'll give just a couple more minutes here. Okay. Well, I think we're good on questions. We got a couple of thank yous that came through. So, again, thank you for joining us today and presenting. I know it's kind of late your time, it's kind of early our time, so we kind of met in the middle here, so to speak. So, again, appreciate this. This was a great walkthrough, and I haven't seen a lot of examples with actual Apex code, which is great. You see a lot of them with Flow, so this was really nice to see. Um, you know, let's use the skills that we have. So,
Thank you, Jason. I was really happy to be here and happy to have finally made it. I know we spoke
yeah.
about uh, me presenting
Oh yeah,
for the group
yeah,
a
no
couple
problem.
of years ago. I don't know, but finally here. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys, and hope to see you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.